So welcome again to this testing of the different streaming platforms. I've got presently two cameras filming. So one is the live stream, the other is the alpha camera and the beta camera. So I'll do probably a mix at the end to test out the software as I've already done, and also I'll probably try some other mixing to have both videos eventually together as one instead of having two separate cameras like I've had in the past. It's a little faster for me to do two separate cameras, of course, because mixing two phone streams is pretty tedious compared to using a main computer. So eventually we'll see if we add a third as in THIRD computer afterwards to mix everything out, but for the moment I'm testing out with two cameras. So in French, ceci c'est pour déballer et faire des tests sur les enregistrements. Donc il y a eu le test de YouTube events, so there was a YouTube events test before to try to Hey, Chai Meng, welcome to the chat. Alright, so like I was saying, I'm gonna also do a little bit of both French and English, so if you don't understand certain parts, it's usually summarize what I've said in English. So yeah, what's been done is the YouTube events. 2 hours ago I tried starting it out. It was a bit wonky because they're changing the way they are doing the events and their live video streaming.
This is what the user said, whose name is Shai Meng. Lol.
Yeah, yeah, lol indeed. But yeah, it's they're changing the way they're using the live events. So they're gonna be fusion. They're gonna have a fusion of both the module for live events and the module for seeing what you're broadcasting on YouTube. I'm not sure what it's going to change for people using Streamlabs or other services, but eventually there's going to have to be a transition from one service to the next, because they're starting to charge different items. For instance, in Streamlabs I could before use there were multiple channels that I could put. Now if I want to do that, I need to subscribe to a monthly fee. So that's why for the moment I'm live streaming on one channel. Eventually I'm gonna be trying to live stream on more than one if it's possible to do without having to pay monthly fees for these tests mostly. Okay, so let's start. We'll start with the unboxing to see what I've received, if it's what I've ordered, if everything's complete, and if it can improve the latest videos that I've done that you might have seen before, which were in the previews. I mostly do previews to avoid you know, getting people to check too much of the video that they might not want to see, so they see bits of it and then they can come back and look at the more detailed videos that I took. Those are mostly to test out, of course, the different camera views. Alors j'ai fait des tests pour les caméras dans les autres vidéos que j'ai mis auparavant. Il y a quelques preview, je ne sais pas comment dire en français exactement, mais que j'ai fait, donc qui permettent de voir en gros ce qui va suivre. Les détails sont plus longs, vous pouvez regarder les autres vidéos si ça vous tente. Si ça vous tente pas, ben, vous faites autre chose, c'est pas plus grave que ça. So, alright, so we'll start. This is a box that I've ordered pretty recently, like 3 days ago. And I wasn't expecting it to arrive so quick, but of course when it's from inside your main country, it's a lot quicker. So it's been ordered on the 11th and we're now the 14th, and it's been received. So let's check out if the order is complete. Also, I'm not sure if you see your chat on the stream because I had to redo the whole Streamlab interface, and there are changes that they make pretty frequently. And also I use, like I said, FreeBTS. I hope you're hearing everything correctly.
This is what the user said. His name is Giant Bang. That's a big box.
Yeah, that's indeed a big box, but to tell you the truth, I was expecting it to be a lot bigger, so you'll see probably why in a few seconds. Alright, so lots of packaging, that's a good thing. I'm just trying to see how I'm gonna get everything out properly. Alright, so I think I'll do it like this. Just I don't want to reveal too quickly. I don't know if you have any ideas in relationship with the other videos of what it could be. You might have a clue if you know that I've struggled a little bit to use my other tools that I usually use. So here's a small hint. So 2 wheels, that's starting good. Right, so this side seems to be a little bit stuck. So we'll turn on the other side.
Whose name is Giant Bang. Something to do with the Tesla chair.
A pretty good guess, Mang, but I would say that it's closer related to not the Tesla chair actually, because you know, officially it was named the Stark chair originally. And you're pretty close. Whoops, just dropped it. So you got handy tools and a ski. Alors c'est pas relié à la chaise Tesla, mais c'est proche. Il y a des skis, bien entendu, 2 skis. Parce qu'on est dans un pays plutôt enneigé. So since we have a lot of snow, the Tesla Scoot wasn't able to perform as well as was hoped in the crusty snow that there was this week when I went to climb the extinct volcano of Montreal. So, and there was a special on this replacement. It's going to be a fusion eventually, hopefully. I'm going to test out first how everything works to see on its own, the advantages that this has and what it lacks. And eventually probably fusion together parts of the Tesla Scoot with part of this Avengers series tool. So the Stark chair will probably also benefit from parts of each devices, and
This is what the user said, whose name is Cheyenne Meng. You're going to climb the volcano in the chair.
actually I've already climbed the volcano. If you look at the video of this week, you'll see the extended versions of the previews that I've done in GA during this week. So you have the view. When you see, if you look at them later on today, or if you've already looked at them, at one part there's a peak where people slide down, and you see a wide expanse in front of them, which it looks like a frozen lake, whereas a lot of people sometimes, I think they skate there, I'm not too sure, but this would be the mouth of the volcano. So they slide towards the mouth, but they don't slide up to the water part, the frozen water. So that's the top of the volcano, one of the peaks. There's from where I come is the highest
This is what the user
part.
said, whose name is Cheyenne Meng. I haven't seen them yet.
Okay, well, I guess you saw the previews. There were two previews I think I've shown. There was one where there were bits of pictures and bits of selfies, 360 selfies that I do to show that I'm actually there. It's not just pictures or videos of other people. And there's a second one that are all the pictures of the alpha camera, because I used two cameras. One was better for the panoramic views, and the other one was better for the head cam that I had, because one of them, I think the problem I get with the phones is when they get a little bit too cold, they seem to think they're out of power, so they shut down. So I lost part of the footage from the alpha camera, which is there, but I had the beta camera, the Bravo camera, sorry, that I used for the return trip that you'll see in the videos. Alors il y a des vidéos de la caméra alpha et de la caméra Bravo, et il y a différentes scènes qui ont été mises sur YouTube pour une et l'autre. Donc vous pourrez voir le volcan, comme j'expliquais à Magne tout à l'heure, on voit comme la bouche du volcan où les enfants glissent en luge, et juste après où est-ce qu'ils glissent, il y a une ouverture qui est l'ouverture d'un lac gelé. Il y a des gens, je crois, qui font du patinage parfois là. Donc, mais ça serait l'ouverture du volcan lui-même. Et il y a la partie plus élevée d'où on provenait au début lorsqu'on marche un bout de temps avant ça. Là, c'est de la partie plus élevée du volcan du Mont-Royal. Okay, so looking at the pictures quickly, as here. Yes, that would be nice to do live streaming for that, but it's a little difficult because the way we work in Canada, it's not the same. The cellular services in Canada are not as open and as accessible as in the United States. For instance, the data plans here are somewhat quite stiff, pretty much more expensive than in the United States. What they do is they charge us by the transferred data instead of having a plan that you can pay and have unlimited data. So here I didn't find any place that would offer me that. That's why I was trying to find at the beginning of this year some live streamers from the United States that might have a live view that can share with other streamers, and that way it becomes free for everyone, because the live view is free for the owner of the live view, and usually the bandwidth of a live view is much greater than what they need actually. So you can be 2-3 people using the same device and live streaming at that time, but that seemed to have caused some issues. Some people thought maybe that I didn't want to live stream with them because they didn't they didn't understand that I was looking also with them for somebody that would have a live view, so that they wouldn't have to pay either an extreme amount of fee to live stream. So but that didn't happen yet. I knew of 3 people that had the live view in the United States, and when I contacted them, I'm not sure if they misunderstood the offer. They seemed to think that maybe it wouldn't be aimed at them only, so they might not get the same value as if it was just a live stream with them and me only, or just one of their friends and myself. So that's been like put on the back burner. We're gonna see where it goes from there. So yeah, eventually it would be nice to do a live streaming there. I could probably do something like a few static live streams on site, and then when I move around I would film and probably show you as I arrive at the next spot, like 20 minutes after, how was the trip in between while I prepared the other live stream. Yeah, that could be a possibility. That it would be like a segmented live streaming day where people could live chat like now, and when I'm on the move they would see the previous move that I made to get to that spot. They could probably chat at the same time, but not with TTS, and then when I arrive they could continue. But that's yeah, that's a pretty interesting idea. Of course it depends also on the amount of people who are interested. I mean, if I do that, I'll probably do a few tries, to see how it goes, and if it's good enough, I'll do that. Yes, surely. Alright, so I'll go back on just looking at the instructions quickly. Just want to make sure that I've got everything I need. I've got the parts, I've got the stem, the deck. To tell you the truth, sorry, I was really interested most.
Whose name is Giant Meg. Good idea.
Yeah, it's you had a good idea. To be honest, I wasn't really thinking about live streaming there, but it's a good idea to try, because I could.
This is what the user said, whose name is Giant Meg. I'd watch.
I think there would be some interest to look at live streaming on the Mount Royal. Indeed, that would be interesting. I could also try. What I would probably do, maybe even today, if I can, later on, I might go to the observation platform on which is the highest point of the city, and do a live stream there facing the volcano of Montreal. I could do that today. That would be possible. I'll probably delay the testing of the avengers scoot to do that. That is an interesting idea. I didn't think about that for today. So yeah. Okay, I'll do a few more checks. Of course, you're gonna tell me live stream is not really interesting. I understand that. It's not meant to be too entertaining. It's mostly testing out things, the free TTS, the different camera angles.
Whose name is Giant Meg. Yes, do that, please.
Yeah, I'll try. It's very very cold today, so we'll see if I can manage to finish everything in time and prepare to see how I can get there comfortably without having too much issues, because of course in extreme weather anything electrical is a little less efficient and prone to getting dew in them, so I have to be careful about that. But for the moment, the two cameras at a temperature of around I think it was 10 Fahrenheit, which is 0 Celsius, I think, and a little bit less, they worked okay, like I said, except the extended part where I had the head cam. That part didn't work well, so I'll check if I can do that today. Alright, so yeah, I'm pretty impressed by the quality, I'd say, of the device itself. The shipping was good. I fear that they might have skimped on the boxes, but I got